Welcome to John G TV. Ooh, peekaboo. So check this out, man. This is John G. I am John G. This is John G TV. Let me turn this down a little bit. This is like a one-off. This is, I'm not really in this space, so just like my, Bluetooth, the speaker review, it's kind of like a one-off. But I'm very much into tech, just like all of us. I am a tech head. I like gadgets. I'm no different than anybody else. And really, the cell phone is what initially started the whole journey to YouTube, because you were going there on search and whatnot, and seeing YouTube videos. I still follow, like Marcus MKBHD, however you say that. Marcus does good reviews. My main source though is none other than the OG Flossie Carter. That's who I'll go to when I'm trying to get that real review about cell phones. So like I said, that's what initially started me on YouTube in the first place, was these cell phones. But I want to talk about the Galaxy S9 Plus. I want to do a review of this phone. And I ain't going to be long. I'm kind of really just want to talk about cell phones in general, how I feel about them as a whole. And honestly, I think with the cell phone is probably next to your computer. I think, it's not new, but in terms of it being, how it functions and whatnot, I think the cell phone is like, this gadget is this is more valuable than your computer, if you think about it, because this is a computer in your pocket. And so I just feel like, what I get out of a cell phone is remarkable. I mean, so long as I can get online, now you're talking about doing banking, shopping, now social media. And so it's like I said, it's just one of those things. I love this right here, that live screensaver, motion screensaver. Although I must say it's not new. So let's stop right there, because this right here is like, it's a hot feature that people love. But honestly, this ain't new. And here's what I'm gonna say. I started out. So who am I? Who am I, John G? I am the guy that started out with. Let's go all the way back to before the iPhone. Let's go back to HTC. Do y'all remember HTC? HTC was the iPhone. It was the top of the top. And I had that HTC Mogo. I had the Mogo. And this is what started my journey on quote unquote smartphones, was the Mogo. So I got the Mogo, and to be honest with you, the Mogo was a great screen. But if you would have saw, I think I may still have it somewhere laying around. I gotta find it. But the manual for the Mogo, the manual looked like I was a college student. I mean, every page was bent. I was in there studying this phone like none other. Unfortunately, it was this was before Android. This was a MPC or Windows-based phone, and ultimately it used to crash a lot, to the point that I got so frustrated and ultimately sent it back and ended up getting a Palm Pilot. Y'all remember the Palm Pilots? So for me, for a long time, I had a hard time switching over from a tactile keyboard to all touch. And so after they did the Mogo, HTC came out with their next device was like the HTC Touch or something like that. I mean, they went from the Mogo to like, they kind of flopped. I don't know. I may be wrong on the ordering. The Touch might have came after. I want to say it didn't, because I feel like the Touch. Y'all can please help me, the people that are into the cell phone and you got your history down. But please help me with that. I believe HTC Um, Basically, the touch came out after the mogul, if I'm not mistaken. And when I got back on HTC was when they came out with the Evo. The Evo was that was it. It was what they called with the iPhone killer. That was the phrase going around because iPhone came out of nowhere and they hit the ground running. Okay, so this was like what we're now time period we're 2000. I'm guessing here, people, 2008. That sounds about right. 2008-ish. Let's go with that. It was 2008-ish when I first got into this whole cell phone thing. So then, all right. So now I got the Palm Pilot. I sent the Mogul back because the Mogul was frustrating. It was nice that it had some Windows. It had features of Windows or whatnot, but it was just overall frustrating in the crashing aspect. So sent it back. Got the Palm Pilot. Now Palm Pilot had a tactile keyboard. And like I said, for a long time, I didn't want to go to the all touch screen. I was just like really almost like how our parents were with the VCR. Like I just did not want to go with this all touch. I wasn't buying into it at all. So I went and got now the HTC Mogul had one of them sliding. The phone, it would slide up like that, and then the keyboard would be right there. So dope. Still to this day, HTC probably has one of the best keyboards I'd ever used. But anyway, so I got that. I got HTC Evo. I love the Evo. In the long run, everybody know that has the Evo. You had to. It wasn't even an option. When you left the house, the charger went with you because you're not making it a full day. So that became like almost like the joke of the Evo. Like it was great, but everybody I saw had a charger, had extra batteries, all of that. Okay, so now we moving up. Time is moving on. I think from there, from the Evo, I might have got the HTC came out with another device. I can't remember the name of it, but I got it. It was actually smaller than the Evo. It was a decent device. I don't have it out here with me to show off, which probably would have helped with my whole cell phone history that I'm giving you. I should have all. I pretty much got all the phones, like, even back to the flip phone. My first cell phone ever was a flip phone that came with a camera, and I took so many pictures with it, and eventually it kind of sparked my picture taking fetish, which led down to me like editing photos, and kind of it took that turn, and all because of the cell phone. So okay, whatever, speed it up. Now I'm into Samsung. So I got the Samsung Note 3, I want to say, that came out. I got the Note 3. I think I want to say I got either I left the Note 3 and got another Note. I don't think I know I never got the Note 4. I thought I had the Note 5. I'm not certain on that, so don't quote me on that. But so I had the Note. The Note was fine. It was one of those things where I feel like I had to have it because I wanted, that pen. But let me just stop. Long story short, I didn't use the damn pen, people. I wanted to be that guy, but the reality is it was a novelty. I used it when I first got it, but then ultimately when I had the phone and I was using it on a daily basis, that pen it rarely ever came out of there. I mean, I never lost or anything like that, but I just didn't. It wasn't a phone that I had used that much. My problem with all these phones is over time they get boggy, clunky. They don't move as smooth, and just so that was frustrating me. Oh, let me sidetrack because all along this period of cell phones, there's this narrative of you either iPhone or you everybody else. Now Android didn't, they came on when the Evo. So when the Evo dropped, now there's this new platform called Android. And Android basically is competing with Apple, the iOS software. And quite frankly, I was all about Android. I was anti-Apple at this time. Like I didn't want nothing to do with Apple at all because I didn't really like how they made you kind of, be in their world. Like you have to do things their way and so on and so forth. So, iPhone, however many iPhones came out, I guess it would have been, technically, I got the 12th iPhone when it came out. The iPhone 6 Plus this was my, oh, there we go. You can see me. Hey, this was my first cell phone right here. The iPhone 6 Plus, my only iPhone, to be quite honest with you. This right here, man, just bag up. This phone right here, people, and yes, I got the mirror. You can see it clear as day, so when I cut it on, all that goes away. You know, you don't see nothing now. Where I go, there I am. I'm right there. Yeah, so the iPhone 6. Let me just talk about iPhone versus Android. One thing I got to say about iPhone that I got to take my hat off to and say, yay, yay iPhone. iPhone 6 Plus, people, the last one you can get with the iPhone with the audio jack. Let me show that off, you know, so y'all can lust and, oh, he got an audio jack. I don't have that. I wish I did. Oh, yeah. See, I still got that. The last one. Is it the last one? You probably get the 6S Plus that has an audio jack. I think the 7 is when they stop. So yeah. So one thing I'm gonna say about Android versus iPhone. This is the 6 Plus, people. Still works like it did day one. Okay? It still works like it did day one. Now, I know Apple got caught with their hand in the cookie jar with the whole, they admitted or it leaked out, which is, all the companies do this. When they do an update, next thing you know, the phone get slow. I can't stand that. I think it's, you know, underhanded to do that. I don't, you know, it's a ploy, like, just let it be, you know, but that ain't, they're not forcing you. They're manipulating you to go out and buy that new gadget. And I don't like being manipulated or trying to be manipulated, and who does? So I don't like the manipulation of what they're doing with these phones and making them slow. So now you feel like you got to go out and buy a new phone when in actuality there's nothing wrong with the phone itself. Is that they went in and did something to make it slow. So I can't stand that. So now we get to, okay, before I got this Samsung, I kind of left Samsung because my last effort with them was with the Note, and I got so tired of. And I still want to talk about this too. I can't stand, oh man, I cannot stand. This video is going to be kind of long because I'm going to just get it all out because, again, I don't do these quite often. I'm not in this space. So unfortunately, I won't be able to give it to you, you know, how the other cell phone YouTubers give it to you in terms of every year, because I'm not around like that. So I just want to talk. I'm gonna air it all out. So if you like, what's this guy talking about? I'm just giving you the full history of me and my cell phone relationship. So before I got, you know, the last Samsung I got, I was tired of it getting bogged down and buggy. So I'm speeding up to this phone right here, the LG V10. Now my brother is the one. You know, I was over his house and he was showing me the phone or whatever, and I was playing with the camera. Immediately blown away, and I said, I'm getting this phone. I gotta have it. People, let me just say this by far. LG, I take my hat off to you. I saw that there's the thing that the speakers got the Red Dot Design Award or whatever. To me, this is the best design phone ever of any phone. Now, there are obviously phones with better screen and better specs, better battery life and all of that. But as far as the design itself, by not having any buttons on the side, this by far, I tell you people, this body design was unique. I don't think anybody had done this before LG. And LG ditched it now. I think the V20, they went back to buttons, and the V30 has buttons on the side. I feel like they should have kept this. I heard several people say they don't like the fingerprint thing in the back. I love it right there. It just makes sense because you're already holding the phone like this. So why would I want to put it here when my finger's already, you know, I'm already here. So let me just go ahead and open my phone right there. Bam, I'm in. The battery dead on this. I did have it charged up. But yeah, with this one, over time, the battery, it got clunky, same thing. It started lagging and acting like BS. A lot of my earlier YouTube videos I shot with this camera, with this phone. All of them, back to the one where I did the first one with the one I did with the Voca Kick video was done with this phone right here. This is the Magic phone that did 90% of all those earlier videos. And I said the video on here is great. I mean, I love it. But over time, the whole if I can pull this off now. I don't care about the screen protector at this point. So yeah, you know, it's just frustrating because over time they make it to where it starts bogging down. But I just wanted to say this, LG, if this message reaches you in good health, which I hope it does, I just want y'all to know that John G said this is the best phone design ever from any company. No buttons on the side. People, I can't tell you how I just love this body style. I never have to, no accidental buttons, no accidental nothing. Just nothing gets, pressed accidentally. I can hold it when I'm doing my videos. It's holding up nice. This is what I don't like right here. All this company branding. Like, y'all gotta stop. I know what phone it is. I bought the damn phone. Do you gotta remind me again right here? Now, LG is a lot better than look, all right? So I had it through AT&T. Jesus, I know who I got my cell phone service through. Like, what is all of this? I can't stand that. I hate this. With a thorn in my side. I can't stand all of this company. LG gotta let me know that it's LG. You don't think I know that? You don't think I know who I got my service through? So now they gotta put their tag on it. When you cut this phone on, now it does say Apple, but that's it. Sprint ain't. This is a Sprint phone. Sprint ain't nowhere. Ain't never been no Sprint nothing. Apple ain't playing that. It's just the Apple symbol and the phone come on. That's it. Over here, any other phone, you're gonna get all this. Now they got to tell me Samsung, Sprint, because it's Sprint too. Sprint gonna tell me what they, I can't stand with a passion. I can't stand it. I think they call it bloatware. So yeah, I really hate that with a passion. But as far as the phone design, this right here, this no buttons on the side is just I'm sorry, this is the best design. The volume rocker down and up right here, and the fingerprint scanner and home button. So it's just all screen. I love it. Now I don't know why they had this much space right here. This could have been screen or front facing speakers. Y'all would have made it better if they had front facing speakers for this space, but everything on this phone worked. All the finger action is right here, up and down. Click it to to home button or whatever, and then or power on with this button, hold it down, and fingerprint scanner all in one. Absolutely love that. But LG, like I said, so I went from LG to now we're getting here to the Galaxy S9 Plus. It's been, I don't know, I told you I was on the Samsung Note 3, I believe. So now I'm back in Samsung's good graces. Actually, they just had a deal on the phone. I said, all right. I didn't want to go with the LG route. It's been a while since I had Samsung, so let's go ahead and go with the Samsung. It's an all glass back, which out of the box, when I first got this phone, I don't really care about this glass back. Like, it's a fingerprint magnet, so you're constantly cleaning it. So the whole, like, I think is pointless luxury, if you will. Like, it just seems meaningless to have glass. Like, it's luxury that doesn't have any point or value to me. Like, no one's gonna go, oh, look at that glass back phone. Ooh. Like, it's non-functioning luxury that really I could go without. I'd rather go with LG. LG gave you a phone with this cover that's almost like a case. So the phone itself is almost like a case. Like, this is dope. Again, I mean, I hate this. I wish I hadn't got this color. I can't stand this color. I just didn't want to get black because everything was always black. And so I was like, let me try something different. Over time, I was like, I wish I'd have got the black one because what is this? But whatever. So the fact that it has like this texture, and I rather have that. Like this feels a lot better. Now speaking up with this, okay, so this thing slid out my hand like you wouldn't believe. I mean, it was like I had to really baby it. So I went with the Spigen. I think this is a Spigen, a case by Spigen. It's a clear case. Absolutely love this case. Let me see if I can get this in focus. Oh, that just says air cushion technology, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I just love the fact that this case, when I put it in here, instantly it just gave the phone like grip, okay? Like it gave it grip. So I love that right away after I put the case on here. If the phone itself, a great picture quality, you know, the camera is great, which at this point, you know, cell phones aren't going to give you a crappy camera. I mean, if that almost like that almost look live, like I'm not even showing you a picture. That is the beautiful Behringer Neutron sitting there with this luxurious red, and then some 3D synth. I mean 3D waves. I bought some stands from them, and they made these little guys right there. But yeah, that's, I mean, the picture, the camera is good. I mean, the camera is nothing short of being, you know, everything that you wanted to be in 2018. Look, these phones have gotten to be pretty much amazing. You can pretty much cancel or ditch your the small pocket cameras now. Those you know, the small little digital cameras. This does a good job, like a great job. Video too, like it's just everything about this in terms of the function is great. The video quality is great. And the pictures are great. Now I'm not gonna go into the. I know a lot of you cell phone YouTube videos. They'll take the picture and really get in depth. Look, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just giving you my take on the phone and giving you my cell phone history. There's 1,000 videos you can watch to get more specific about the camera quality. So I apologize if you clicked here and was like, man, this is bull. Well, this is John G TV. So you know, take it with a grain of salt. So yeah, so this is a great phone. I like it. Now the real test for me is how will this fare? Cause I just got this. I don't know, not even 60 days ago. How will it act a year from now? Because again, people, let me come back to y'all. There I am, iPhone 6 Plus, people. The iPhone 6 Plus, and it's still. I mean, it's still all that I want it to be. Like, it's what's up. Let's check out this camera in comparison. I mean, you could just by going out. Mind you, there's a little bit of a glare from my mirror screen, but the picture on the Samsung looked better. Like this, the picture on the Samsung was way more crisp and clear if you compare the two side by side. But again, this is an iPhone 6 Plus. Man, still functions. I will record my videos with this, and I have no intentions of getting rid of this anytime soon. I'm gonna keep it till the wheels fall off, because why? That right there. Now let me take a side step and talk about that, because no, let me hold on before I go there. I dropped this screen the first 2 weeks I bought it in the parking lot at work, and the whole screen shattered. I had this phone shattered for probably about, I don't know, 4 years, walking around with a shattered screen, and then one day I finally went and got the screen fixed, just this year. And when I got the screen fixed, I went to, I think her name was Inga, somewhere on the east side. And I sat right there in front of her. She fixed it. And as soon as I got it back, it just felt great to have my screen, because you know how the cracks be all like that. And over time, you just get used to it. Well, it was starting to get worse. I'm like, all right. I'm actually got glass pieces falling off. So let me go ahead and just get this fixed. Got it fixed and love it ever since. So I'm happy about that. To have the phone back working and looking good. But again, like I said, this phone is old. And like in dog years and cell phone years, this is old. And I'm just so glad that it still works. None of these phones lasted. This phone was messing up a year later. Like it was giving me, I was starting to act a little boggy. So we're going to see what this phone happens a year from now. But in terms of feel, like in the hands, this one is more narrow. I actually like that. It's a little longer, it seems, than the LG. Because the LG is a big phone too. But they actually, and this is with the case on it. The LG is a little bigger. But not, I mean, it's negligible to be honest with you, because they really do seem like it's just like a little bit indented. And again, this is with the case on it. But so yeah, man, this is just overall, my overall feel on this phone is I like it. Now, I'm not going to suggest who it's for, because you got to go to other YouTubers that has been reviewing all the phones every year, I feel like, to really give you a more solid answer on that. For me, I like it. I think if you're a basic cell phone user, you wouldn't even have to get a phone this good to do basic cell phone things. But for me, it's somebody that loves to take a lot of pictures, a lot of videos. I'm really kind of into that. So I'm always going to seek out a phone that has a good camera and a good, that can record good video. This does 4K. It has RAW, JPEG on here. So all of that high-end professional feature stuff, it has it on here. So I hats off to Samsung for that. I'm just hoping that the product works as good as my iPhone 6, where I could have it for 4 or 5 years and it just works the way it works day one. If that's the case, then I'll be championing this Galaxy S9 for a long time to come. But this is my first Galaxy, because normally I would have got the Note series, but I think the Note before this one is the one that was frying on people or something like that. Samsung took a little flack, took a little hit with all of that crap, but whatever. I don't know what that was about. Little sounds of the Neutron, Behringer Neutron. Okay, so I think that wraps it up, people. I just wanted to, chime in and give my review. I don't even know if this was a review of the Samsung or if this was a review of my history. It might be more of my cell phone journey than anything. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's more of a cell phone journey vlog, a cell phone journey vlog versus a review. If I put review in the comments, boy, it's gonna be so many thumbs down. Boy, matter of fact, they ain't gonna make it this far. 28 minutes, never. They're gonna bend them clicked off of this. Man, this guy is full of voices. Get out of here. Off with it. Get in. All right. Anyways, that's it. John G TV. Anybody that know about Gear Chat University, that will be coming next. Oh my God. Let's fade to black on that. Fade to black.